In today's video, I'm ranking the best freelancing platforms from worst to best and telling you exactly why each one landed where it did. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've been thinking about freelancing lately, you probably noticed it feels completely different than it did even a few years ago. AI flooded the market, platforms changed their fee structures, scams got smarter, and a lot of the advice you'll find online is still based on how things worked in 2022, which doesn't apply anymore. So I went through the data, user feedback, what's actually working right now, and I'm going to give you a real honest ranking, not based on which platform has the best marketing, based on which ones are actually producing results for freelancers. We're also going to get into how AI is reshaping the whole market, how to land your first client with 0 reviews, and how to protect yourself from scams that are getting harder to spot every year. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, before we get into the actual rankings, I wanted to explain why this decision matters more than you might think. So freelancing platforms are not all built the same way. Some reward specialization and human connection. Some are pure volume marketplaces where you've been competing on price. Some have fee structures that can quietly eat at your income. And some are also so saturated in certain categories that a beginner has almost no realistic shot at breaking through. Freelancing is very different now. Clients are more skeptical because they've been burned by AI-generated portfolios, copied proposals, and scammers posing as professionals. They're not looking for someone who can do the task. They're looking for someone they can trust, communicate with, and rely on. The platform you choose either supports that or works against it, so that's why these rankings are so important. Okay, coming in at number 5 is CONTRA. So CONTRA comes in last on this list, not because it's a bad platform, but because it's the most overhyped one relative to what it actually delivers right now. A few years ago, CONTRA was the platform people got excited about. Clean interface, lower fees, creator friendly, felt like a really big alternative to the big players. But after 2024, the platform changed significantly. A lot of the users report that parts of the experience became more limited or paywalled for newer accounts. The easy organic growth people used to talk about is mostly gone. Competition increased and the platform didn't scale its opportunity at the same rate. It scaled its user base. It still works for designers, creatives, and freelancers targeting startup clients, and the interface genuinely does feel more modern than other ones like UPWORK and FIVERR. But if you are starting fresh, building your foundation here carries a bit more risk and uncertainty than some other options on the list. Come back to CONTRA once you have experience and positioning, but don't necessarily start here. Okay, number 4 is TOPTAL and specialized platforms. So TOPTAL, Braintrust, Arc, and other curated talent marketplaces rank 4th. And again, not because they're bad, but because they're not accessible to most people starting out. So here's what's actually happening with these platforms. Businesses are kind of tired of sorting through thousands of applications from people who aren't even qualified. So they're moving toward vetted, curated marketplaces where the talent has already been screened. That shift is real and it's growing fast. Once you're inside one of these platforms, the experience is genuinely better. Less competition, more serious clients, higher rates, projects that actually match your skill level. But the application process is kind of hard. TOPTAL famously accepts only a small percentage of applicants. Braintrust and Arc have their own vetting processes. If you don't have a strong portfolio, clear positioning, or proven results, you're not going to get in. So that's where experienced freelancers, developers, AI specialists, paid ad managers, product designers, senior consultants should absolutely be looking. The barrier to entry is the point. It filters out the noise and puts you in front of the clients who are actually willing to pay for real expertise. But for beginners, this isn't the starting point. It's just the destination that you want to work towards. Coming in at number 3 is FIVERR. And FIVERR is genuinely a really strong platform, especially for beginners. The old reputation of FIVERR as a $5 gig marketplace is definitely outdated. The platform has definitely evolved. What works on FIVERR now is clearly packaged, highly specific services exactly where they're getting before they even reach out. Not I do graphic design, instead I designed YouTube thumbnails for fitness creators, or I edit long podcasts into short form TikTok clips. That level of specificity is what makes FIVERR work. The more specific your offer, the easier it is for the right client to find you and say yes without hesitation. FIVERR is also significantly more visual now than it used to be. Your portfolio images, preview videos, and overall profile presentation matters more than it ever has. Freelancers who invest in how their profile looks have a real competitive advantage over people who treat it like a quick form to fill out. But the reason FIVERR doesn't rank at the highest is the saturation problem. Broad categories, basic logo design, generic writing, low-cost social media content are completely flooded with AI-generated work and cheap competition. If you go too broad, you'll struggle to get traction. But if you specialize hard, present well, and build reviews early, FIVERR is one of the most beginner-friendly platforms on this list because clients come to you. You're not constantly chasing work, you're building an actual storefront. If you want to go ahead and get started with FIVERR, we do have an exclusive link down in the description below. And moving on to number 2 is UPWORK. UPWORK ranks second, and for most freelancers, especially those looking for serious long-term client relationships, it's still the most reliable platform. UPWORK dominates in categories that require real expertise: marketing strategy, development, consulting, video editing, copywriting, web design, and admin support. And businesses come to UPWORK specifically because they want professionals, not just cheap task completers. That intent is so important. And here's what has changed a bit though. The proposal environment is brutal right now. Clients receive massive volumes of AI generated applications that all sound identical. Same structure, same tone, same generic enthusiasm, which sounds bad, but actually creates a real opening for anyone willing to write like a human. A proposal that's specific, direct, and actually addresses the client's real problem already puts you ahead of the majority of applicants. It's really not an exaggeration. The bar for standing out dropped because most people stopped trying. The main frustration on UPWORK is the connects system. You can spend credits to apply for jobs, and if you're sending proposals randomly without strategy, those costs compound quickly. Freelancers who niche down and apply selectively, only going after projects where they're a strong fit, find the system that works in their favor. Quality over volume is the only approach that makes sense here. UPWORK also rewards long-term relationships more than any other platform on the list. Once you land a client and do good work, the repeat business and referrals are what separate the freelancers making consistent income from the ones constantly starting over. If you want to go ahead and get started with UPWORK, we do have a link down in the description below. I personally have found amazing video editors on UPWORK, and I highly recommend checking UPWORK out because it's so easy to get the job done that you actually need to. Okay, now number 1 is your own personal brand off platform. The smartest freelancers are not fully dependent on any single platform. They're using platforms to start and build reviews, but they're building their reputation, their audience, and their client pipeline outside of them at the same time. Here's why this is so important. Platform dependency is a real risk. Algorithms change, fee structures shift, accounts get flagged, markets get saturated. If your entire income relies on one platform continuing to work the way it works today, you're one policy update away from a serious problem. The freelancers who are the most financially stable right now are combining platform work with content creation, networking, referrals, LinkedIn presence, email lists, and personal brand. They're building something that belongs to them, not something that lives inside someone else's system. This doesn't mean abandon platforms, it just means to treat them as a launch pad, not a permanent home. So let's talk about how to actually land your first client with 0 reviews. No matter which platform you choose, the cold start problem is real. Nobody wants to hire someone with no reviews, but you can't get reviews without getting hired first. The freelancers breaking through this right now are doing 3 things. First, they niche down immediately. I edit videos is not a positioning statement. I turn long form interviews into short form content for business coaches is. Specificity signals expertise, and expertise is what clients are actually hiring for. Second, they build portfolio samples before they have paying clients. You don't need client work to demonstrate your skills. Create examples that show exactly what you do and who you do it for. Third, they lead with human communication. Clients are exhausted by AI-generated proposals and generic messages. Something clear, direct, and specific, written like an actual person who read the job post, will outperform polished but hollow copy almost every time. Now for your scam survival guide. So scams are growing so fast and AI is making them harder to detect because fake messages now sound genuinely professional. The biggest red flags to watch out for: if someone immediately asks you to move to Telegram or WhatsApp, fake interview offers, fake checks, equipment reimbursement schemes, or offers that pay unrealistic amounts for suspiciously easy work. The rule that holds almost every time: real clients want to discuss the project, scammers want to get you off platform as fast as possible. Keep communication and payments inside the platform, especially when you're just starting out. It's your best protection if something does end up going wrong. So a $500 project is not $500 in your pocket. Platforms charge service fees, some charge proposal credits, some have withdrawal fees. Your actual take home is what determines whether a platform is worth your time, not the headline rate. This is why building towards repeat clients and off-platform relationships is so important. The freelancers making the most consistent income aren't constantly paying to find new work. They build something that brings clients to them. Okay, so to recap the ranking: CONTRA at 5, specialized platforms at 3, UPWORK at 2, and your own personal brand and reputation at number 1. Freelancing is still one of the most accessible ways to build real income online, but the strategy has to match where the market actually is, not where it was a few years ago. If you want to check out FIVERR or UPWORK, we do have those links down in the description below, so you can go ahead and get started. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is here to help you build side hustles with clear, honest, beginner-friendly steps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.